Vivek, I just learned that, Vivek or Vic, as I call him, Ramaswamy, maybe won the debate last night. Whatever winning the debate means, even though there's no winning, nobody vote, but there's no way he's going to win the election, and he can't. But as far as entertainment goes, no doubt about it. He was rude, caustic, boorish, Eddie Haskell-ish. He was a grade A pain in the arse, and it was funny, and people loved it. And within 5 seconds, well, a minute, he ticked off everybody, insulted everybody. They're all sellouts. He's the only one who isn't. It was great. Will he be a good president? Not yet. He could be one day. Let me tell you some observations last night. Who won, who didn't, whatever. And I'm using this word won. Nobody wins these things because it's all about, look, it's up to you. It's up to you. But let me just remind you of a couple of things. First, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams. And let me tell you something. I want you to make sure you write this down. Preparewithlionel.com. And you can see the link right here. This is for My Patriot Supply. Let me tell you something. This is so critical. Years ago, most folks who ever heard of buying food, storing food, preparing for food, having emergency food, it sounded nuts. Like, what are you talking about, you lunatic, you conspiracy theorist, you crazed? Today I'm learning of fire-nados. We're seeing miraculously strange fires and earthquakes and tsunamis and hurricanes showing up out of nowhere in a world bathed in geoengineering sprays. Which, look it up. I'm not making this up. Look up dimmings. There it is. We've got stuff right now that is just blowing everybody away. And remember William Cohen, 97, where he said, one day they're going to activate volcanoes and tsunamis. I mean, this is weird. So let me go back to what I said. Nobody right now is thinking that supplying, or rather not hoarding, but buying and preparing for emergency food in any way is crazy. How about a 3-month emergency food supply, 2,000 calories a day, 25-year shelf life? Look, just go to preparewithlionel.com, read it for yourself. If you're not sold on this, you're not paying attention. Preparewithlionel.com. Okay? Good. Now listen to me. If you like Vivek Ramaswamy, good for you. If you love him, I can't tell you you can't. It's like anything else. It's like the Ramones. Some people like them. Some people did. I wasn't a big fan, but I recognize how important they were. And it was wonderful for people to see how this young man is doing so great. And the fact he got everybody so mad was terrific. But if you think for 1 minute, if you think that guy can sit across from Xi Jinping or Erdogan or some other bad hombre in the world, when we and if you think that kind of smart alecky demeanor, that Eddie Haskell, ask your parents. But if you think that's going to work, no. See, because you live in a world right now, like most people do, where we're used to Karens. And we say, hey, did you see this woman on the airplane? And now she's doing a makeover. And hey, did you see this guy? He tears apart. He went to a Roy Rogers. I don't think that anymore. But the point, we're just used to people. Hey, look at that. Oh, she's hot. He's hot. He swiping, and this immediate kind of Yelp world where, I think he won. He won. What are you talking about? Won? What were any of the important issues really about? Seriously, did they? No. The whole debate thing is not about winning anything. It's not about establishing yourself. It's about trying to get somebody to say, hey, he was great, and to have that momentum last forever. Surprisingly, the guy who did better than I ever thought he would do was Ron DeSantis. Because nobody expected anything. Now, do you think that Vivek Ramaswamy can maintain this trajectory? No way. Peaking too early, watch what happens. So now they're going to gun for him. And now the research is coming out. Let's see what he does when he really has to explain things. And this is a guy who, by the way, started off unforced error and said, oh, by the way, not that anybody asked, but I'm going to cut all or a lot of funding to Israel. Oh, that you're in the Republican primary. Why are you, what? Oh, yes. And by the way, I'm going to pardon Trump immediately. Okay. You could have said, and I would too, but you could have said, if you were savvy, you could say, well, we don't really know any of the facts of the case yet. None of this has even come to trial. I don't know anything about it. I would never, as a president, announce that I'm going to pardon somebody before I know anything about the case. I don't think he did anything. That's the answer to this. You know who the winner was last night? Of course, it was Tucker and Trump. Until Trump said, get this, oh, I don't know whether, Epstein came in. What? I'll talk about this perhaps. This blows me away. And I've talked about Epstein a million times. If I didn't know better, and I'm not saying this is Trump, but if somebody were to say something as stupid as that, I would normally say, I wouldn't be surprised if it was anybody else but Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if this fella was somehow involved in this. If somehow this fella was a part of the Epstein group who basically was told, don't you ever even submit or suggest that he was whacked in his cell, which everybody knows he was. That debate last night was a waste of time. Did they talk about anything that was the most important thing in the world? No. We live in a world right now that is so different. Everything is different. Our borders are just, it's we're talking about, I don't know what we're talking about. We're arguing about things. Mike Pence trying to show he's got a pair. Nikki Haley was just fire breathing. Okay, Nikki, take it easy. Take it easy. The guy, what's his name, who broke his leg? Break a leg. That was funny. Or his, whatever his Achilles, whatever. So he's, Tim Scott, what are you doing? The rest of these people, what are you doing? What's this all about? Look, bottom line is this. I can't tell you who won, who did. And I hate to break this to you. I hope you don't get upset. But right now, as of today, there's no way that Vivek Ramaswamy is going to work with the whole country. It might work with folks who like, social media and people who like those. Like, oh, he was great. He was awesome. He was hilarious. Well, that may mean something to you, but not to the rest of the voters. And by the way, two things which are important to be brought up. And many political commentators are saying this, and you'll hear it. There are the voters, and there are the, the money people, the donors, the big shots. And what the donors like, normally historically, like Jeb Bush and Mitt Romney, they're the worst. They connect differently. The question is not even the MAGA or the conservative types. The people that I'm interested in, as I've always been, are the undecideds, the independents, and the people who are somehow leaning. And if you think somehow that Vic's laughing, kind of mocking, he was like saying, hey, is this cool or what? Can you believe how I am busting their balls right now? I am a rompochicolione. Man, I am smashing them. I am driving. Am I cool or what? Laughing. And we always have this chat GPT, Christy, that chat GPT joke was a chat GPT joke. Somebody wrote this for you, and it's still silly and it's stupid. Now, listen, by the way, good for Vic, good for him. But the bottom line is the winners are still Trump. And if you watch Trump and watch him and his demeanor with Tucker and the like, it's superb. Absolutely superb. And it makes you realize how good he is and how much he is missed. Mugshots or not. Okay, dear friend, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of new videos. And don't forget, I'm going to say this again, don't forget, my friends, go to preparewithlionel.com. Only this. Just look at what's available. Do you have a 90-day supply per person that's perfectly packed and locked and loaded, so to speak, for the 25-year shelf life? No, I'll save you the issue. Plus, you get $200 off a 3-month supply. Prepare with Lionel.com. This is serious. This isn't jewelry. This is life and death, my friends. Have a great and glorious day. Don't ever change and mean that sincerely. And comment as you see fit.